guys, so this is a short video showing you how to use Windows Movie Maker for your music video task. So Windows Movie Maker is free software and it should be on every Windows computer. You can find it just by going to the start bar, and it is already here for me, but if you can't find it, simply search for Movie Maker, but it should pop up and it's right there for me. Keep in mind as well that even though it's free and it should be on every computer, it doesn't work on particularly old graphics. So you might find that the laptops in the library don't support this. It usually works on all desktops though. So this is the basics. You have this area here for your preview. This shows you what your video should look like. You can play and move it along. This is your editing area where it'll show you your pictures and your video, and you can rearrange things. And this is your toolbar. So you have lots of different options. I'm not going to show you everything. I'm only going to show you the things I think you might use for your music video. So we're going to start by importing. And you'll have to be patient, just like me. Here we go. So you can see here I don't have a lot, I've just got enough to show you the basics. So you'll notice that I've got images, and they're quite big images, 4 megabytes, quite big, so that they don't go too blurry when I zoom in. And you can also see I've got some footage that I've actually downloaded off of YouTube, and I can show you how to do that if you like. So I'm going to select everything and import. And you do have to be a little bit patient for it to import everything. Videos will take longer than pictures, and if it's a long video as well, it'll take even longer again. You can check it with the progress bar that should appear down the bottom. So you can see I had to do a little bit of jump there. My computer was slow, but it has made all the pictures come up now. You also see this black bar. It usually just stays up in the corner, but you can click it and move it to have a look at a particular part of your video. So if I move it here and press play, it'll show me that part. So that's really handy to do. I'm going to show you a few options with pictures. So when I click on a picture, you'll notice that I've got the blue border, and I get an extra tab up here for video tools, and if I click on it I can choose how long I want that picture to stay up for. The default is it'll have 7 seconds for everything. I reckon that 5 is pretty much as low as you should go depending on the tone you're trying to hit. So I'd like actually most of my pictures to go for 5 seconds. So I just control all of them and change those to go for 5, and you'll notice that got very short because it got a bit smaller now. You'll also notice this one here I'd like to go a bit longer, 10 seconds. So you also notice with this one here, this picture I chose, it's a portrait, so it's got large black spaces on either side. So it's a bit ugly, and this program here doesn't give me the option to actually zoom in. I'd have to edit the picture before I import it. So because I don't want that, I'm actually deciding to delete that picture. I might go back and try and find a different one online that's portrait that I can use. But in the meantime, this is what I want most of my video to look like, with it fitting the whole screen. So you also have different options for footage. So when I click on this one, every video comes with its own set of audio. So you can choose to mute that so you can actually hear your song properly. I can also choose to put the video in, speed it up, or put it in slow motion. And if I decide that I only need a very small part of it and I want to get rid of maybe a bit at the start, maybe a bit at the end, I can move that black bar to exactly where I need it and then choose the split option. Then I can select that bit at the beginning I didn't want and simply right click to remove, or I can click on it and press the delete button on my keyboard. Now I actually do want to keep it, so I'll just undo that. You can also rearrange your pictures. So when I collected these, I did have in my mind that I wanted them to go in a particular order. So I'm simply going to click and drag to rearrange those. If I have a quick preview now, I'll notice that when it goes from one picture to another, it simply changes quite dramatically. So I might choose I want a smoother transition. You can do that by going to the animations option. You have some pretty comical ones that kind of slide along. I don't think that they're very smooth. I think that some of the best options are either fade through white or fade through black. So in this particular instance, I think I like fade through white. And again, I can click apply to all. And you'll notice these little transition triangles have appeared at the beginning of every little clip. I can also do a few more things, like this one is a really good, it actually, you'll notice that it will zoom in or zoom slightly out of your image. It kind of makes it have a living, moving quality if you have a still picture. So again, if you pick one and then select that option, it'll preview it in the screen so you can see that it zooms out very slowly, but just gives it a little bit of motion, and I like that. So I'm again going to click that and apply to all, except this one, because again it's already a moving, this one here is already footage that's moving anyway. You don't have to do all of this before you import your music, I just happen to. I can import my music now by clicking to the Home tab and then Add. So I've already downloaded and saved my music just here, and that'll appear as a green bar underneath. You can see it only goes as long as my pictures do, which is 41 seconds, which is not very long because the actual song goes for about 3.5 minutes, so I'll need to add some more pictures to finish off my story. I can preview it again just by clicking play. If I find that maybe an image doesn't hit at the right time, I can move it earlier or later as I watch it again and again. When I've clicked on the music, I also get this music tools bar, and I can do things like I can make my music louder or quieter. I can make it fade in at the beginning or fade out at the end. And if I want to, I can edit part of the song, but I'm not going to, and neither should you, because you want to create a video for your entire song. When I'm happy with it, I can save it. I have two options. I can save the project, which means I can come back and open it in Windows Movie Maker to edit it again later, so at the end of a lesson if I want to come back. Or if I'm finished, if it's 100% done, then I save it as a movie and just recommend for this project. So if I save it as that one just to show you, I'm just going to save it on my desktop. And that'll export. And so my video is done now. I can close that. I can play it, but I'm just going to close it for now. I'm going to minimize this, and I can see that my video file has appeared on my desktop where I've saved it, so I can open that and show you the proper version.
Gotta see it for myself.
So you can see you can click and drag that onto a USB to submit it as the final task. And they're your basics. So if you'd like to use Windows Movie Maker and you have any other questions, just ask me in class or send me a DayMat message. Good luck!